Joining us now with in-depth coverage is Eyewitness News analyst Lieutenant General Reginald Centracchio, and I'm sure the initial reaction of most Americans is going to be, well, here we go again. I thought we were finished with Iraq. I didn't think we were going to get involved in this again. Why was this sort of action from the United States necessary?
Keeping in mind, Patrick, we have two separate things going on. One is a humanitarian issue. The other is protecting our soldiers in Erbil. The problem is you have two things going on at the same time. The action was absolutely essential to protect our soldiers because we cannot depend on the Iraqi forces to depend on our soldiers, as was evidenced over the last several months as we lose more and more territory.
2 years ago, we pulled all U.S. troops out of Iraq, and President Obama has gone on the record saying we will not put any more into Iraq. My first part of that question is, probably should have never said never. And second of all, can we accomplish what we're doing right now from the air alone?
I agree. You cannot make a definitive statement when you know the possibility exists that you need to protect our soldiers. Secondly, we cannot, in my opinion, achieve what we need to achieve from the air only. You have troops on the ground, they need to be protected. We cannot depend on the Iraqi forces to protect our soldiers. Therefore, there's always the possibility you need to insert more troops to protect those that are already there.
And right now, the U.S. is literally funneling thousands of weapons right now to Iraq with the hopes that they can take these weapons and therefore defend themselves. There's no evidence to suggest that they're able to do that right now, but we continue to funnel weapons to them. Is this formula working?
I would think at this particular juncture, no. We're putting thousands and thousands of weapon systems and an awful lot of assets and resources there. They've demonstrated they cannot use them to keep back ISIS. And if you look at the geographical advantage that ISIS has done between Syria and a great amount of Iraq, that demonstrates all by itself that they're incapable at this juncture to be able to maintain their own security, even using our weapon systems.
All right, so quick summary, we're back involved. Do you think this is going to be another long-term engagement?
I hope it is not, but you need to look back in our history and look at Mogadishu as an example. The humanitarian mission turned bad. The same possibility exists here. It's a dangerous situation.
All right, thanks so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. Our coverage continues, of course, throughout the day on the U.S. airstrikes in Iraq. We'll have the latest on Eyewitness News starting live at 5 and constant updates online. Just go to WPRI.com.